In a small town tucked between fading hills and empty roads, lived a boy named Arav. Arav wasn't special, at least not in the way the world defined special. He didn't have medals, he didn't shine in school, and no one clapped when he entered a room. He lived a life where his efforts went unnoticed, and his pain invisible. Every day, he woke up at 4:30 a.m., not because he had a perfect morning routine or followed some viral self-help guru, but because he had no choice. His father had passed away when he was 14, and his mother, ailing from a heart condition, could barely walk. He worked at a tea stall in the early hours, pouring steaming cups for strangers who never once asked his name. He didn't mind. He just wanted to earn enough to keep his younger sister in school. After his shift, he'd run literally to make it to his college classes. Always 5 minutes late, always entering through the back door. His clothes, sometimes crumpled. His eyes, always tired. Nobody asked why. They only judged what they saw. They saw a weak. Teachers thought he was lazy. Classmates thought he was boring. Girls didn't even notice him. And Arav, he stayed silent. No one saw him skipping lunch to save money. No one saw him studying under a flickering street lamp outside his house, because they couldn't afford electricity every night. No one saw his shoes torn at the sole because he chose to buy books instead. He wasn't chasing likes, he was chasing survival. The world doesn't cheer for the broken one evening, after a long shift and a failed class test. Arav sat alone near the river that ran behind the college. His heart was heavy. His hands shook. He wanted to scream, but who would listen? A stranger passed by and saw him crying silently. The man paused, then said, "Tough day." Arav nodded. "You know," the man continued, "the strongest people I've met don't wear armor. They wear invisible scars. Scars that no one sees. And yet, they show up every day. Just like you." Arav didn't know who he was, but those words stuck. He started talking to himself in the mirror each morning. Arav would whisper, "No one sees your pain, but you do. And that's enough." He started waking up with purpose. He started treating his pain not as punishment but as preparation. The quiet rise over the next year. Arav's life didn't magically change, but he did. He stopped waiting for applause. He started clapping for himself. He still poured tea in the mornings, but with pride. He still studied late, but with passion. He still came last in races, but never stopped running. One day a teacher noticed his improvement, noticed the way he helped others, noticed the spark in his eyes. "Arav," she said, "you've changed." "No," he replied softly. "I've finally started showing up for myself." The breakthrough in his final year of college, Arav entered a national-level entrepreneurship competition. Everyone laughed. "What will a tea seller pitch?" "Masala chai." He didn't reply. He stayed up for 21 nights building a business plan based on his real life. Struggles, a mobile tea and snacks cart that provided part-time jobs to underprivileged students. He called it Chai with Purpose. He walked onto the stage, trembling, but his voice was clear. He told them the truth. "I'm not here to impress you. I'm here because I never gave up. You didn't see my pain, but that pain taught me to build something that could help others in it." Silence. Then, a standing ovation. He won. Years later, Arav's cart grew into a chain. His mother's health improved. His sister became a One day, he stood in front of 1,000 students at a youth conference, telling them what he once wished someone had told him. "You're not weak because you cry in silence. You're not failing because the world doesn't notice your efforts. Keep going. Because the truth is, no one sees your pain until your success becomes too loud to ignore." Final words. So, if you're reading this and carrying silent struggles, if no one checks in on you, if no one notices the work you're putting in behind the scenes, if you feel invisible, let Arav's story remind you, you are not alone. Your pain has a purpose. Keep showing up, keep walking, because one day, the world will ask how you did it, and they'll never believe what you had to survive just to begin.